a potential cyclone bomb is expected to occur in the Northeast. We will also cover the depths of the snow and what could have potential in it. Without further ado, let's get started with this video. And good afternoon, everybody. This is Mr. Weather Forecast here today with your first video. So this is episode 5 of Blizzard Edition, and honestly, this is the 5th episode that I've ever made. I made literally 4 episodes, and this is gonna be the 5th one. But in other words, we have a lot of things to cover, which mainly is going to be the rare cyclone bomb that is happening in the Northeast, which could impact for the Northeast, specifically where my state is at in Virginia. And we will also cover more of the snow depths, and we will use two of the models, the GFS and the European models, to make a side comparison between them. And anyways, folks, if you want this video to have more viewers and have more updates like these, all you need to do is like and subscribe and comment and share this video for more future videos like this. Anyways, let's get started. So going on first, it is January 28th. But as you can see, my time has been set to January 31st, but we will go back to show more earlier stages of this. So anyways, let's get started. So right here, as you can see, this is what we are mainly going to be looking at in the Northeast, because Northeast is expected to have a cyclone bomb. Now, we don't know exactly how or when will it happen, but if we look further into the later days, as you can see, by late January, you can see that there is a small and possibly a potential cyclone bomb. You can see that there is this line of jet stream, and there's one in the southeast or in Florida. And as the day progresses, there is a cyclone bomb forming up here in the upper Midwest. As you can see, this cyclone is giving a lot of potential energy for some snow. And as the day goes on, the cyclone bomb gets stronger and eventually reaches into the Northeast. Now, this is the European model we're talking about. Now, what's the big difference? The European model is an international model, and the GFS model is the global model, which monitors almost the whole world. Anyways, moving on to the GFS model. The GFS model is more different, going back again on January 29th, possibly to late January. As you can see, the same story does check out, but there's a little difference. You see how the jet stream is getting a little more bigger than the last one. The last one is a little more smaller, but this jet stream up here in the north is more bigger. Meanwhile, down here in the southeast in Florida, looks like there's a small jet stream down here. And if we go further by late and early February, you can see that there is the cyclone bomb again, but this time is a little more stronger and a little more impactful. And as the later days go by, the cyclone bomb mostly will just go to the Northeast, but eventually will go all the way to the Atlantic. Now, moving on, we will also look at the potential snowstorms we could get by the late January and early February. Without further, let's get to it. Alright, we're already looking at this weather model. This is the GFS, and we will also look at the European model. Starting off, you can see that there's nothing out of the ordinary today. But as the day goes on late January, there is the cyclone bomb. You just don't see it, but there it is. Up here in the upper Midwest, you can see that there's the snow that is covering up in the West Virginia and East Kentucky. As late January hits in, there's the cyclone bomb down here in the southeast. As you can see down here, there's a low pressure. Day progresses, and there is already snow coming down in the Virginian and North Carolina, which we will cover up the depths of the snow. But as of right now, you can see that there is a lot of snow. The most heaviest snow could be in the south of North Carolina. And as the day progresses, as January 1st sets in, February 1st sets in, I'm sorry, this is where most of the heaviest snowstorm could be. The heaviest could be in the central and the east, southeast, and the south of North Carolina as the cyclone bomb expands. And as February 1st, you can see that snowstorm, the cyclone bomb, is going all the way to the northeast, which if we look on the diameters, you can see how very how high up this is. This is really potential. You can see all of this temperature, mostly it's just right here, 34 degrees, maybe like very lower. But fairly, this snowstorm is really getting a kick out of this. And as the day progresses, this goes into the northeast and eventually goes into the Atlantic. Moving on to the European model, this is more different, but as I said again, we will make that side comparison at this time. So as we move on, late January, early February, there's nothing out of the ordinary, but here comes the cyclone bomb one more time down here in the southeast. You can see this cyclone bomb is hitting again, but this time instead of Virginia and North and South Carolina, only South Carolina and North Carolina is getting the snow, but a little bit in the southeast of Virginia. As the time progresses, this cyclone bomb eventually goes up to the northeast, hitting for most parts of the northeast. As you can see, potential snowstorms that could occur, states that may follow, but are not limited to, which may include as, hold up, let me just pull that up. This could include for some parts of Roanoke Island, Connecticut, Maine, and also southern of New Hampshire, possibly in parts of maybe New Jersey as well, if not too later. And the heaviest snow, which you can see up here, mostly the heaviest snow could be in the southern of Maine, and a little bit of storm going on up here in New Hampshire, possibly in Vermont, but mostly could be Rhode Island, Massachusetts, and Connecticut. And as it moves on, the snowstorm will eventually reach into the Atlantic. Now we're moving on to the snow depths of the snowstorm or cyclone bomb, as I call this. So, anyways, moving on, we are looking at the GFS model for the snow depths. As you can see today, nothing is out of the ordinary, but other than that, there's just some small snow in West Virginia. But as the day progresses, the cyclone bomb does occur in late January and early February. You can see we are expecting to have 14 inches of snow in central of North Carolina. So North Carolina is getting the boot for the snow or cyclone bomb. And as the day progresses, you can see the southeast of Virginia is getting around 18 inches of snow. So not only North Carolina is getting the boot out of it, but Virginia is getting the boot out of it. So we just recently had the ice storm yesterday, or I mean last week, and this just took a kick out of it. But since none of the ice is melting, with this upcoming cyclone bomb, this could have a real potential, could worsen the ice that's already been falling last week. And as you can see, it goes all the way to the northeast. Very, very concerning. Moving on, we're going to look at a different area, different angle of the mid-Atlantic. Let's look on a different angle so you guys can see more clearly. Let's go northeast. Northeast more looks so different. Now, northeast, what about northeast? Northeast looks pretty okay at this moment, but as the time progresses, later into the early February, after this first snowstorm or cyclone bomb hits the mid-Atlantic, you can see how this area is getting some of the snow. Mainly it could be for some parts of, potentially for Rhode Island, Connecticut possibly, and a little bit into the Massachusetts area, which could potentially have somewhere around maybe 11 inches of snow. I think this is the part of Massachusetts, but out of here in the south of Massachusetts looks like it's getting around 13 inches of snow, which is really, really, really concerning. But still, down in the southeast and the east is just not looking so good whatsoever. Now moving on to the European model for the snowfall. Looks like I can't really see what's showing. It doesn't look like it doesn't want to show, but we will switch to a different angle. Just shows the whole United States. You can see down here, nothing out of the ordinary again. But as the cyclone bomb does start, you can see mostly down here, North Carolina is getting another boot out of it. 10 inches of snow in the east of North Carolina and the southeast of Virginia, just getting around 1, maybe 6 inches of snow in the southeast. South Carolina looks to be having 6 or 5 inches of snow in the north. And as of here, right there, where I was expecting was I was mentioning earlier about it. The Northeast, which let's give a little closer up for the Northeast. Northeast, uh, looking so clear, maybe not exactly clear, but as again, these models are a side comparison. We cannot agree. We cannot know if we should agree on both models. But as I said again, 2 inches of snow, same area, same location. Just the there's the difference between the inches of the snow. As you can see, it's about possibly around 1 to 4 inches down here in Rhode Island and Massachusetts. And Connecticut looks to be maybe lower than 1 inch of snow. But other than that, this is the model that we are side comparing between the GFS and the European model. Well, folks, this will conclude with today's video. I will make another update sometime next day, maybe the next morning. I guess I will do another video, episode 6, for another update. But as always, this will be today's update for today. And as always, I will do more videos in a later date. Anyways, folks, have a nice day and goodbye.